What it is, what it is. Happy Tuesday morning, afternoon, evening, night to everyone out there. Welcome back with Live with Ness. How is everyone doing? Uh-oh. There we go. Going in. Man, we already going in. Hadouken, I saw you at noon my time, all kind of posts. You were definitely first. How's everybody doing? And yes, new swag, new merch. This is the first. So I need to go back. Disclaimer. I got to go back and make some minor adjustments. This wasn't to the exact tee that I wanted, but this is the design for the good old price of $90. So it's a fitted shirt. This is extra large. Got a cap here. Cap needs to be redone again. I'm going to do the logo a little bit bigger. So, and it is also a fitted cap, you know. So we got that. And then the rest of the merch will be here on Thursday. So I'll be going through that, and then I'll just do a review along with a video that I drop. So yeah. How is everybody doing? What it is. Oh, you watched my 2024 game room tour. That was when I first, what was this? Yeah, that's when I first moved into this house. First moved in. So it's, yeah, if you notice in the background, it's changed a lot compared to what it used to look like. Like I've got glass shelves, glass doors, got the lighting in here. I didn't have any of that stuff when I first moved in. So it's still a work in progress. That time of week. What's up, Electro? Majiro. Okay, we're doing burning fight tonight. All right. Clock starts now. It starts now. The scrum meeting. That's at the low price of $90. What your wife say to that, sir? She just looked at me. That's all she did. A little bit of bourbon between loads works wonders. Oh man, you know what? I was working. I got done 45 minutes ago. Literally been working since like 7 a.m. this morning. So it's been a very long day. I didn't even have time. I had enough time to eat dinner and then set up for this. So I didn't even have time to make myself a beverage, and I need one bad, very bad. I'm sure you saw I posted the forum confirmation that the AES Plus will 100% be shown by PlayOn at TGS. And for those of you who don't know, TGS, Tokyo Game Show. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on. We're going to dig into that. So come back to me in about 30 minutes. We're going to discuss that again. Good evening. What's up, Rich? Gucci out here. That's all right. That's what I'm talking about, Smooth. That's what I'm talking about. What's good, Ryan? Need that shirt. Shirts are coming. I've just got, look, I will never promote or sell anything that is not to top quality. It looks all right on camera, but there's some things here with the console print and some of the outlines wasn't done right. So I made the adjustments yesterday, and then I'm ordering a reprint of this shirt and this hat on Friday. And if that's good, and then with the other stuff that comes in on Thursday, if all that's good, I'm gonna throw the store up on the channel for y'all to cop some merch and get what you want. And I think if it's cool, if people like it, then I'll just take stuff down, make new designs, new stuff, kind of something cool, just different color stuff. Like the color choice, appreciate it. Yeah, I liked tons of different designs, man. This is a lot harder than I thought it was. I've never designed a merch or swag or anything like that before, but it was fun though. It was fun. What's going on, Joe? Good to see you. Love the show. I'm a Neo Geo fan. Boy, great and awesome show. Appreciate you. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you so much. What's going on? But Miss Strong, what's going on? Hello. XOXO, folks. What's up, Cookie? Long time no see, for sure. Ooh, I got the Ultimate Anniversary. What are you getting from PlayOn? I got the same. I got the Ultimate and I got the Anniversary from PlayOn. So I pre-ordered that within like the first week. Excited. Super excited. Break out the Hennessy. I did a lot of that this past weekend. So we'll talk about that too. I was busy recording a lot of footage for next week's games and barbecue video. I think at first the way I was recording it, I was like, man, I don't think this is going to turn out good. And then I went back and watched some of like the raw footage. I was like, oh, this actually might be really good once I edit it. So we'll stay tuned to that for sure. Finally getting some AES Plus news at Tokyo Game Show. Man, everybody's talking about that right now. Oh boy. I'm working on making my first custom controller. I decided if I wouldn't buy it myself, I'm not going to sell it to someone else. Hey, that's right. You gotta love the product. You gotta love it. There is a Garo cart on eBay right now for man. Yeah, that's they follow the channel. They acquired a Garo for a very hefty price, but I don't know what the logic is behind throwing a $230,000 price tag on a game that's nowhere near that. But I digress. To each their own. Everyone has their own opinions, and I have mine. When I put a video out and I give market pricing, this is based off of a lot of research, not just me throwing random numbers out there, but to each their own. And that's all I have to say about that. Speculation. PlayOn Samurai Showdown 5 Special is actually Samurai Showdown 5 Perfect Hadouken. Really? Are we, man, there's the rumor mill is starting to pick up. I'm kind of digging it. I'm liking it. So I've never ever owned anything Neo Geo. Thinking of jumping in on the Neo Geo AES for the 350. All right, Cookie. All right. That is what's up for Tree Fitty. We're gonna get it in. What's up, Doc? What's up, Ness? What's up, all? Correct. Another day closer to the $90 dream. That's right. For the good old price of $90. That's right. Appreciate y'all dropping in. I've also watched your AES to MVS converted video. Oh man, seeing you play Sam Show on real hardware brings back great memories. I had a good time. Doing that video. I don't do a lot of the I normally like just screen record and capture the footage off camera and then plug it into my edits. But I was like, you know what, I'll actually show myself playing it as I'm going. Maybe I'll start doing that a little bit more. I actually like doing it that way. It was nice. I don't have to do all this extra. Though the first stage and Burning Fight had music and scenery, they resembled 1989 film Ridley Scott film Black Rain, which took place in Osaka. First stage boss fight is a Gleeklo man from found in Osaka. Okay. I love the history behind that, Majiro. Thank you. Mr. Anderson, what's up, Ness? What's going on? What is going on? We are all degenerates. I'm sure a lot of us have Ultimate Anniversary. And that's the funny thing about it. There's a lot of folks out there that are they picked up the Ultimate and they picked up the Anniversary with the sole purpose of leaving it sealed. So it's there's a lot of folks that want that white console and they just want to leave it sealed, which is crazy. But it's, hey, man, I'm telling you, That white console. I'm telling you, it's nice. It's nice. I wanted to jump in on the Neo Geo Ultimate Edition, but that's a lot of money to spend as a guy never played. Hey, I completely understandable. Completely understandable. Like if you're, I always say, like if this is your first time and you haven't had a chance to dabble in any of the games, then take it slow. I mean, just buy the base console, pick up a title that calls out to you, something that you could vibe with. Try that, and if it's something that you really want to dabble into, then you can progress through it. I think it's probably one of the better ways to go. Or even if if you've played it on maybe another console, like a Switch, or you've downloaded the game digitally on ACA, if you're vested enough into some of those games, playing it on the original hardware, I'm telling you, I've said this many times, it's hard to give a proper definition or explanation as to how it feels to play a Neo Geo game on the original hardware. It's an amazing feeling. Garo isn't worth 230. Oh, I know. But to be fair, supply and demand. Yeah, for sure. A friend of mine, Queen G32, she dropped a video this past Sunday, and she's in Cali, and local store, they got in a Neo Geo lot. Garo was part of it, English Garo. It was legit, and she picked it up. So congrats, Queen, if you're watching, congrats to you, because that is a very hard game to come by, especially these days. And finding it at a local retro store is even awesome. But the coastal regions, like the West Coast and East Coast, man, y'all get some of the best stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dallas, Texas, Texas region, we have some really good stores and we get some stuff in, but I don't ever think I've ever seen any of the heavies come in any of the stores here. But yeah. What are you saying, Mr. Anderson? Let's see. You should have your nosy neighbor in. No, that neighbor needs to stay in the house. Yeah, that Garo for 220 going to be the last copy ever sold. Yeah. I changed my name to Garo, and y'all are crazy. I've sold or resold some things on eBay, and to be frank, I always mark my stuff higher than value. Can always give discounts later, but about 50% of the time they surprisingly sell. And yeah, I mean, you have to kind of, I know the logic behind, when you sell on eBay, you're going to have to pay fees. There's going to be the shipping costs and all that. So I understand that piece. And, I generally, if I do find a really cool or a really good title on eBay and the seller is willing to work with me on the price, I am 9 times out of 10 going to purchase that, just because you're willing to work. When I get on and, I'm not lowballing, I'm offering really good, solid numbers, and folks are just like, they take $5 off, I'm like, decline, I'm out of here. You're wasting my time. You don't want to sell this. And those games end up either getting taken down or they're up for like 2 years. So oh yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. I did it at the beginning. Let me show y'all again. My bad. For those of you that already saw. So the first design of the good old price of $90. So this one is I guess you would call this a test print, because it didn't come out exactly the way I wanted. I want it to be perfect. So when I'm creating stuff, I wanted it to be perfect. So yeah, this is the first shirt, and then the hat, which again, the logo is too small, but I'll have these in different colors and all that stuff for those of you that are interested. I'm not going to keep promoting that tonight. I was just letting y'all know. I'm not trying to, push all the merch on y'all. So hello, Self. How are you doing? What is it? No, it's not. Bought my copy of Code Veronica for $50. Got another copy later and sold it for 110. I listed it for. Granted, I used the extra promotion, so paid 25% fee. Still made $80 off of it. Hey, you got to make some profit somewhere. Got to do it. Got to do it. What's up, Green? It's your weekly shout out and reminder that we need PlayOn SNK to remake AES pink and blue travel bags. Yeah, I really want one too. I'm gonna wait. I just want to. We'll discuss. We'll discuss a little bit more. I'm not trying to hold y'all hostage here, but yeah, there's some stuff I want to share, but we'll get into it. We'll get into it. What's he talking about? Yeah, I'm just Tech Buzz. I'm seeing your chats, man. He's over here texting me like I'm. You better entertain me. I'm listening to you while you're mowing. Yeah, I see you in here. UFO, you still debating leaving everything sealed and just buying the games on PC to wait and see what the market does? I love collecting, but if they go to $1,000, no, they're not going to go to $1,000 a game. No, they won't do that. There's going to be too many copies out there for that. Like, it would, and I don't know. I will say this, like, for the first prints, that wasn't like an overnight thing. That was like multiple decades of growth, right? So it wasn't something that just, ooh, a pandemic happened and everything shoots up. Like, no, the stuff was already high. It just gradually spiked. It wasn't anything like you see in like Nintendo where it's just like bing, or PlayStation's like bing. No, it wasn't anything like that. So yeah, I don't think you have to worry about these new games coming out and them skyrocketing. Now, I'm pretty sure that's not going to stop the goofballs from, throwing up scalper prices online, but don't buy that, y'all. Don't buy that. I am more than set for the AES Plus. I got a hell of a backlog now, thanks to my loving partner. Oh, hey, there you go. Brother Blue, Ness, did you buy that console MVS Neo Geo from AliExpress? If so, what do you... Oh, no. So I have two consoleized MVSs. One's from Games Care, and they were... it was a company out of Brazil, and I think they have like a US distribution. But I actually found them through John Hancock. So he did a review on his channel. This was a couple years ago at this point. I was like really super green on YouTube at that point, maybe about a year in. And he had promoted on his channel, and I picked one up. And then my other one was from Project Retro Games. They were looking to do a consoleized MVS, but then we started having all these tariff and shipping issues, so that just got canceled. So I have two consoleized MVS, but I haven't purchased anything from AliExpress. Mobius, what's going on? Choose for me. What Neo Geo game am I playing right now? Just got all 10 Neo Geo volumes. Oh man, choose. Okay, look, let's do this. What genre do you want to play? And then from there, I'll give you a title. What I did was play the MVSX to play the games, and that's how I made my decision on the Ultimate. In my opinion, it's a great way to play a good portion of library at a reasonable price. Facts. I was doing that before I was buying some of the titles. Like, so I would go through my MVSX and play some of those games, and if a game was like really good to me, that would be the next game I would try to acquire on my first prints. That's how I did it. Great way to do it. I saw that video and she shouted you out, and Mr. Rightway. I wish I knew what she paid just to know market. Yeah. She probably paid like $5,000 in that condition. I guessed on her comments, but she didn't reply. I said about 55. I think some other folks, I think one person in her comment said 6, and I think she said yes. I would assume it's about 6 that she paid. I don't know. I mean, $6,000. I mean, for a lot of folks are going to say the $90 joint is the one they have. From a first print collector, that's not seeing so many copies out there, and I mean that's a lot more fair than what some of the last few purchases that I've seen for Garo go. People have been spending some crazy amounts of money that they don't need to, but I think she did a lot better than some of these other folks that have been spending money on that particular game, that title. So good for her. I mean, hey, I think the best place for retro games is the South. The good old boys love holding on to that old stuff. They collect any and everything. I wish I had find some more of them good old boys with some Neo Geo games. Because I never see them. Never had an AES. Closest I ever got to the original hardware was an old MVS at local laundromat. Yeah. Those old MVSs, you'd always find them at, the laundromats, the Pizza Hut. Yeah, Tech Buzz, I can see your message, broski. I can see it. I see you. I'm busting the anniversary edition open, the stick, and swapping out the buttons to colored Sanwa buttons. Ace. Oh, nice, Trevor. Okay, I like that. I've done that with a couple of my sticks. I haven't done it with any of my Neo Geo stuff. I haven't done any of that. What's going on, Yvonne? I recently bought both a 1-slot and a 4-slot arcade cabinet with a Neo SD. I want to start a collection of MVS carts. What's a good place to start? If you're looking for MVS carts, I would probably go into the Facebook groups. There's one seller, Mike Ortiz, in the Facebook groups. Man, that guy's he stays with MVS titles. Prices are really good too. Tests every single game. He's well known in the community. I've bought some MVS titles from him in the past. Really good quality. Everything held up. So if you're interested in that, I would probably look into some of the Neo Geo Facebook groups and just kind of do a quick search. I mean, there's so many now, so you probably have to do a little bit of searching. I'm not quite sure which. I know he has one that he moderates, but I can't remember the title of which group it is. But yeah, for those of you that are looking for MVS titles, I would do that. If that Garo is using the extra promoted listing, that props another 12% on top of 13 eBay takes. But that's not going to sell because it's not for sale. The listing on eBay shows that it's not for sale. That which is crazy. Yep. Honestly think the seller listed. Yeah, that's exactly why. Heading back to Akihabara next week again. They're going to hate to see me coming. Really? Okay. Tech Buzz, can you hear me, bro? Yes, I see your messages. I might just be late. I might just be hella delayed. I just might be delayed. Let me go down here. Just make sure you. Last week it didn't work, but yeah, you're working now, brother. I see all your comments. Currently playing Neo Geo CD on a Framemeister. Sad I overlooked Morph 2K, but now we have RetroTink 6X en route. Man, yeah, those RetroTinks, man, Mike Cheese, he's pumping those out, just revising them and making them better. Yeah, they're pretty solid. I've got a RetroTink 5X. I love mine. That's what I was using in my last video for the MVS to AES converter video. That's what I was using. What's up, Beef? I'm thinking of selling off some of my other retro collections to both help fund future AES Plus releases and to free up some space. Any recommendations on how to go about selling them? Well, I'll give you my advice on, when I was selling to, other consoles and games to kind of help fund, more of my Neo Geo stuff. Do a full inventory. And I'll take a page out of, like, Mr. Rightway gave me a tip a couple years back. He said, if you really want to sell something, take it off of your shelf or wherever you house it, put it up in a closet, whatever room that you're in that you normally would have your games and you're constantly in there. Take it out of there. And if you walk in after a week or two and you don't miss it, you can let that go and then hold on to the titles that mean something to you. Right. So I took that kind of to heart. And I only pulled certain games that I really, really wanted to get rid of, like duplicates and stuff like that. But from getting the best pricing for your sale, selling in lots, depending on what it is, all your banger stuff, that tends to go faster than all the bulk stuff. The bulk stuff, your resellers will buy that, but they're going to probably pay you like 15 to 20%. Whereas some of your heavies, generally you'll get 50. In some cases, I've heard 60, depending on who you're talking and negotiating with, and they just average that out. Or if you have a really, really good relationship with a retro store where they would give you more than the average just based off of how good and quality games are, you could go down that route and get the cash, or you can just piece it out. So it just depends on how much you got. Doc says, got to push that merch. Didn't someone already figure out how many of you had to sell the copy? Oh, man. Oh, yeah. I'm not trying to get a slug. I'm not worried about it. I get a slug for the good old price of $90 in November. I'm not worried about no $50,000 slug. Ness, I had a question. Is this being made by SNK, the AES Plus, or did SNK license it? So, PlayOn and SNK are owned by the same entity, right? So it's the same company. Now, mind you, well, I won't say the same company, but entities. SNK still has the relationships. There's two separate businesses there, right? So kind of think of it as like a parent in a subsidiary company. Kind of think of it that way. When PlayOn has the control of building and creating and doing all the business behind creating the console, etc., I would assume that SNK is kind of there to lift the muscle in terms of licensing, or if they already had like the documentation behind some of the first prints and certain titles, and they have information to make sure that when they're bringing, let's say, the games in the first wave out, they're making sure that they're doing it justice, right? Because they're utilizing those resources from SNK to make sure that it's one of this. It's a mirror image of this, that the game is represented this way. So it's just, there's a whole bunch of moving parts and a whole lot of folks on a lot of different sides. As any business, that's generally how it goes. That's running it. Hopefully that answers your question. Again, that's just from my perspective. I don't work there, so I could be completely wrong, or somebody could come in like, that's not right. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, my bad. Don't do that. I see the games maybe hitting $200 tops, and that is long after production stops. 1K is strictly a vintage thing. Yeah. That's true. I don't think the new games will skyrocket, but I waited 35 years. I can look to see. Yeah, that's all good. Perth, what's going on? Hello, bro. How are you? Good to see you. Slug X. Yeah, Rift. Let's see. You stream just on YouTube or on Twitch as well? You know what? Just on YouTube. I have a Twitch. I just don't use it. I probably should do it on Twitch. I don't do enough on Twitch. So, maybe I have said I was going to start doing live streams for, Neo Geo games and just playing and kind of just linking both. It's just more in terms trying to figure out my schedule right now. So, I was just playing Metal Slug 1, Roxy says, and just found out that a stream was going on. Well, good timing. Hey, there you go. Appreciate you dropping in. We do this every Tuesday. And if you're in the United States, I do this 7 p.m. Central Standard Time every Tuesday now. Shooter! I was going to guess about 4K. Do you believe the AES Plus will get a second or third wave, considering that the MVSX never got more games? Yeah, I have a feeling that we'll probably see more waves. I think we will. MVSX, I mean, I modded mine, so I modded mine. I got a USB stick with all the games on it, and I got all the games, and I got some Capcom games on there too. Don't tell anybody. What's going on, Mike? Hello, Vic. What's going on? Just bought Mark of the Wolves cartridge on Evercade Neo Geo Volume 3. Very nice, Brother Blue. Very nice. Very nice. What's up, Retro? Hey, Ness. Hey, guys. Retro Cypher here. Have to go to work, so going to miss the chat, unfortunately. So close to release, guys. Hey, all good. Appreciate you dropping in and saying hello. Have a great day or evening at work, for sure. Has anyone gotten any updates or info from PlayOn yet? I'm getting antsy, concerned, and considering canceling. Mike, don't do it. Mike, don't do it. Don't cancel. Don't cancel. What's up, y'all? Bro, you're delayed. Man, Tech Buzz, I'm probably, what is this? You said this is 7:24? Yeah, I'm probably 7 minutes behind because I'm trying to navigate all of the comments, brother. It's just me. Instead of 10 minutes ago, he's giving me crap. Trying to do the same. I want to... Lorax, I'm trying to do the same. I want to sell my PS5 collection. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo. PS5, man. Sony, man. They out there doing the craziness right now. So much news out there. I use my Frame Meister as well with RGB SCART. Works well with RGB bypass Neo Geo AES. Very nice. Very nice. Collector and nostalgia hoarder. That's the real question. Ha, good advice. Collector. I don't hoard. If that was directed to me, I don't know. I mean, if it was, no, I don't. I have no problem letting go of games. I have no problem at all. I have a problem letting go of my Neo Geo games though. So yeah, there's that. I agree with the chatter here. PlayOn's dead silence is a bit concerning. I'm not canceling, but part of me wonders if things are going too good to be too good to be true. Let's hope they pull through. All right. You know what? All right, I'm gonna get through these comments real quick, and then I'll share some information with you. That MVS to AES fusion is slick. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. You know you got the Ultimate Anniversary, but would you recommend buying the regular Metal Slug copy as well? I ordered the Anniversary plus other games on Amazon, debating getting the regular. I mean, it's really up to you. It's really up to you. I wasn't going to get the Anniversary at first. I really wasn't. Because when I first saw it, I'm like, yeah, white console. I'm like, that doesn't match my aesthetic. And then I really thought about it. I'm like, man, that's a all white slug. That's pretty cool. And it was just that game. If your plan is to leave the white slug sealed and you don't want to open it ever, then yeah, get just a regular copy. That's what I would do if that's what you're thinking about doing. Besides Japan, what country might a U.S. person travel to find Neo Geo AES or MVS games? I mean, Japan can't be the only... Oh, no. Like, Brazil's huge on the MVS side. They're huge community for MVS. They love Neo Geo. I mean, UK, huge on Neo Geo. You're going to find a lot of AES. I've purchased from folks in France. I've purchased from folks from the UK. Where else? Let me think here. I've purchased games from Thailand. So they're all over the place. Neo Geo, like, I know a lot of folks that are new to it might think that there's not a lot of love, but I think that was just more, and I don't know where you're at, Self, but here in the States, it's hit and miss. We have our pockets, but other side of the planet, man, Neo Geo's got a lot of love. There's a lot of content creators on the other side of the planet that talk a lot about Neo Geo, a lot more than we have in the States. So yeah, for sure. So the situation with SNK and PlayOn is kind of like Microsoft and Xbox right now, but hopefully less of a dumpster fire. The collector's edition will be awesome. I'm interested to see what the scalpers and prices ounce all the drops in November. Man, I hope these scalpers don't do anything. I'm so sick of them. Like, I don't want to see any of that stuff. I don't want to see these crazy nonsense prices on eBay pop up. I don't want to see none of that, but I know it's going to happen. That's 100% a BMW on stage 4 of Burning Fight. I used about 40 continues. Whoa! Woo! 40 continues. My goodness. What's up, Kevin? I was playing Magician Lord. That game is difficult. I know I said Magic Lord before, LOL. All good. You know what? Hold on, Kevin. I'm going to tell you. Actually, Kevin brings this up. So I was capturing gameplay for Polestar, for the Polestar Mission Neo Geo video. I rage quit. That game is hard. I had forgotten how hard it was because I don't own a copy of Polestar. I have it on my Steam Deck, so I was playing it on that. But man, that game pissed me off. Like bad. Like very bad. I was mad. I was like, what is happening here? So I went on this deep dive just trying to figure out like this crazy background behind why is this game so hard. So hopefully y'all will like that video when I drop that this week for sure. But man, don't get me wrong, visually Polestar is an amazing game, but I'm going to say it's a different kind of hard from Magician Lord, but I can get through Magician Lord. I was having the hardest of times getting through Polestar. Like, it is no joke at all. So yeah, just take that as you will. He's delayed every week. We won't catch up for another. Dang, UFO, that's crazy, bro. Dang. All right, hold on, man. Let me get through these. Sup, brother Ness? Looks like brother Wright is taking the Richie Rich. Hey, he can take it all day. He got it. He can have it. They have updated. They are going to be showing the new AAS Plus at one of the game shows, one of the cons. Let me see if I can find that video. I saw an update video earlier. Whoa, did Ness just say he has info? Let's go. Just got my first Neo Geo game. Picked up Samurai Spirits for AES for use on the AES Plus. Very nice. I hear Mexico got a lot. Yeah, they do. A lot of MVS out in Mexico for sure. A lot. Go to China. I'm sure they have plenty of AES MVS games, and if they don't, they'll make. Wow. Wow. MVS is huge in Korea. Korean firms provided a major funding for projects during Playmore era. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they did. There's actually a couple of titles that had made in Korea, like King of Fighters 96 had a made in Korea version. What was it? Sam Show, I forget which one. I should know that. Had a made in Korea version. Ness, what's going on? Press start player 1 from the Gram. Question: could you see some of the old Neo Geo devs coming back to create new Neo Geo AES Plus games? I could definitely see that happening. I could definitely. I know a lot of them that some of them left him and gone to other, like they gone to Capcom and gone to other places. So I can definitely see that happening. Appreciate you dropping in. Good to see you. Mexico big on MVS and original arcade boards. Excellent prices. That's what I keep hearing, Pablo. I hear that a lot. Excuse my words as it isn't proper, but beep. Scalper. I like that, Roxy. I appreciate you for doing that. Try to keep it family friendly as much as possible. That's why people love arcade games. They're supposed to kick your ass. That's how they took our money before. Lots of quarters. Lots of quarters taken. Ness, one coin run. No, it ain't happening. It won't. You know how much time I have to put into that? I say it on. I say bring it on, Magician Lord. There you go. Polestar is hard, but to be fair, you got close to losing in Sam Show 1. Wow. So we're throwing shots right now? That's what we're doing? Dang. That's cold-blooded. It was late. It was late at night, okay? That's my excuse. That's my excuse. And I was just trying to test the gameplay and make sure the converter was working. It wasn't about my skills, okay? John Nessnick, what's going on? Feeling good. Got Metal Slug 2 Japanese CIB for a steal. Very nice. Very nice. That's a good one to get right there. Magician Lord is hard as is HSF. I can get past the one part with all those brains and pulse or whatever they are. Pulsar is ridiculous as well. I thought I'd mention that 80K is terrible to get you fired up. Can we pray scalpers jump on the PS6 at that 1K price only to realize the hardcore audience won't drop a dime on it? Yes, let them have the PS6. Put your scalper energies into the PS6. We don't want you over here on the Neo Geo side. Stay over there. Is Magician Lord kind of like Shadow of the Beast? What would y'all say, chat? Would you say Magician Lord's kind of like Shadow of the Beast? Thank goodness for the Neo Geo Mini and the arcade stick, or I wouldn't be able to play Neo Geo. I have the Japanese Mini and the International and the Pro Stick. Very nice, Kev. Very nice. All in good fun and love. Your channel is amazing. Hey, I appreciate you. It's all good. I know it's all jokes. I was thinking of doing a playthrough series when AES Plus drops. The catch is each time I have a set number of quarters and each continue costs me one. If I run out, I try again in the next video. Oh, okay. I like that. Okay, so Chaos says pretty close to Shadow of the Beast, so I oppose so. Okay, I'm caught up. All right, here we go. Y'all ready for the news? What's up, Battle Post? Been good. Here we go. I'm going to Japan in September. There's your news. There is your news. I'll be at Tokyo Game Show. There you go. That is the news. I'm going to Tokyo Game Show. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, let's go, Ness. Did you submit your PTO? I did. It's already been approved, sir. It's already been approved. I appreciate it. It's gonna be my first time in Japan, so you know. Bro's coming back with the SNK store's entire inventory. Did the original AES only give 4 credits? Any idea if the AES will have the same thing, or AES Plus will have the same thing, or let you have unlimited continues? You know what? I was playing Polestar today, and I just had unlimited. I didn't have it on UniBIOS was on, but I didn't have any cheats on. And it just kept letting me continue. And it was way past 4 credits. I know that for sure. Because I restarted maybe 10, 15 times before I finally decided to rage quit. Yeah. My daughter said the same things. Like, Dad, can I come with you? I'm like, no, you got school. Sorry. Oh man. Yeah. Like my sister called me and she's like, I need you to pick this up for me. I'm like, wait a minute. Come on now. Like, I'm not. I gotta do all this. Hey, pick me up a Neo Geo game for my birthday. Hello, it's on September 5th. Let's hope you get to play AES Plus early in Tokyo. Tiberia's going for sure. He said you're gonna make me broke. Oh yeah. Is Tiberius coming? Tiberius will. I'll be FaceTiming Tiberius. I'm sure he'll break into my home like he normally does and be stuck in my game room instead of being in his game room at his house that I still haven't seen. You have to take yourself to a maid cafe for, I don't even know what that is. I'll have to Google that. I heard the AS Plus has MVS mode, so wouldn't that give unlimited credit? Yeah, it has MVS mode. Yeah, the AS Plus does. Yeah. Tiberius taking over the stream while you're gone. Yeah, so I may not have a stream while I'm in Japan. I don't know. I'm not quite sure yet. But I will be taking my laptop with me, so what I'll plan to do is kind of drop videos while I'm there. I'll try to at least try to drop videos while I'm there, so that way you're kind of getting it and you're not waiting like 2 or 3 weeks. We'll see how that goes, though. We'll see how that goes. Hey, pick me up in Neo. Yeah. Japan. It's my first time. It's gonna be my first time. It's been on my bucket list for a long time. Can I buy any of your games for $90? Yeah. When I let's see. Yeah, I'll have some play on games for $90. I should be getting those in November. Diginess about to snap kick you for showing up. Hey, Diginess can catch these hands, man. I want to go to Japan someday, mostly to check out Kabukicho. I feel I could navigate it as easy as LA and playing GTA 5 because of the Yakuza games. Cortez Arcade, if interested about MVS. Also, glad you going to tag trip for lifetime. Yeah. I appreciate that. Forged Games, Japanese whiskey, Yamazaki 12-year for 50. I've had Yamazaki. I probably won't bring any whiskey back, to be frank. I did that with the Dominican. That was like a lot. That was just like too much. I brought like so much rum and bourbon back from the Dominican when I went earlier this year. I'm like, I'm not doing that again. That was like too much to carry and everything. I'm gonna be carrying games. I'm going there for the games. Even though I've heard it's been rough buying games there, prices have gone up in a lot of places. I heard it was Tiberius that paid. Nah, I wasn't Tiberius. Tiberius ain't paying that kind of money. Nah. Okay, Ness, if you get to play the AES Plus, I gotta know if there's input lag. That's my biggest concern. I'll let y'all know. Only if Terry Bogard is the paid. Wow. Neo's never broke bag Ness. It's always up. Maid Cafe is where the servers are dressed as maids and treat you like a master of the house. It's very wholesome and family friendly, and it's full of the cuteness persona from the maids. Interesting. Okay. All right. I'll if I have the time, I'll take a look. Don't go to the one cafe where they slap. No, I don't like getting slapped. Somebody gonna get slapped back. Thank you. I appreciate that. Will this be a week-long event in Japan or longer? Planning anything more than gaming? No. So it's kind of like late, short notice. So I'm gonna just go there for the event and I'm gonna fly back home. I know that's not the wisest thing to do, but I've got a lot of work to do. So yeah, unfortunately I'll need to do a future trip. This is just kind of get my feet wet and get acclimated to everything in Japan, and then I'll do a future trip where I can take like 2 weeks dedicated. But if something else does pop up, then maybe. Yeah. So what up? Last time I was in Japan, I got kidnapped by a maid and taken to her cafe. True story. Oh man. Oh wow. More complete. Man, that seems like there's a lot more behind that story. Good evening, good afternoon, chat. Hope everybody's doing great. Dan, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Roxy has a question. I do have a question. Are any other people in your family Neo Geo addicts as well? If so, what are some of your family's favorite games on the system? Actually, none of the people in my family are Neo Geo. I am the only one. My immediate family, my extended family, no one dabbles in Neo Geo. I'm the only one. I'm actually really the only one in the extended family that still games like a lot. Like I have a cousin, he tends to play a lot of sports games. He's big on soccer or football in the other side of the planet. He's big on that, so he's always watching World Cup, and he's always been big on it. So he plays a lot of those games. FIFA, he plays a lot of FIFA. And then occasionally he'll play some other sports games. But him, and then yeah, that's really it. Well, I have another cousin. Yeah, another younger cousin. He was big on Destiny, plays COD, he plays Borderlands, but you know, he'll occasionally watch the channel and stuff, but he's never dabbled in Neo Geo. I'm the only one. I'm solo dolo. For the good old price of 9,000 yen. You know what? That's kind of, you know what? I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I can make it in kanji. That'd be kind of dope. That'd be kind of dope if I do that. That'd be kind of dope. You collect anything other than video games, alien? I collect American coins, baseball cards. I did collect a lot of comic books. I sold those a couple years ago. What else? That's really it. Yeah, it was just coin. Like the American coins things came from my dad's side of the family. My grandmother, she had, you know, a bunch of old coins that she had when she was growing up. So I've got pennies, buffalo nickels, quarters, dimes. I've got, you know, old like red certificate dollar bills, and I've got a whole sheet of $2 bills. So I've got stuff like that. And then she left me with some old baseball cards that were signed. I've got a negative photograph with Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, and Billy Williams that for the life of me, I want to get printed, but I'm afraid to take it to like a Photoshop and they mess up the negative. So I've just left that alone. I know a lot of like sports fanatics will be like, "Oh my God, you have that?" I'm like, "Yeah, but it's safely put away," and it's just something she left me after she passed away. So I was like, I just hold on to it. And all the baseball cards she left me, still have all those. I keep all this stuff. Like my mom and my sister are like, "How do you still keep all this stuff?" Like I keep everything. Like the stuff that people leave me or give to me, I keep all that stuff. So I've got this whole like treasure chest thing that my grandfather had, and it's got all his old, you know, ConocoPhillips, you know, memorabilia stuff and rings and his old war lighters and knives. I've got all that stuff. So it's just all these little trinkets that I save over the years, and I just kind of present them very nicely. But that's about it. Nothing too crazy. I don't collect cars because I'm not balling like that. You know, I love cars, but no. Mainly just games now. But I go through periods where I'll get into other hobbies. Might not necessarily mean I need to collect anything. Going to Japan was a lifelong goal. Had to enlist in the Marines, then re-enlist for another 4 years to spend 2 of those in Japan. Worth it. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I'm looking forward to it. Are you going to check out any of the arcades? Are you going to the vending machine? Are you going to get the vending machine alcohol? Oh, I have no idea. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do in the free time that I'm going to have, but I am going to try to experience. I know I'm going to eat a lot of food. I know that. I'm going to try a lot of the cuisine there. So that is one thing I know for sure that's going to happen, because I'm going to be walking a lot and I'm going to be burning a lot of calories, so I'm going to eat a lot. Just beat burning fight. Okay, so that was at, what was that at? That was at 47. Yep. Well done, Majiro. Well done. Y'all check out that soul food cafe in Japan owned by a black couple from Atlanta. Oh yeah, Mr. Rightway. He went to their spot last time he was in Japan. He talked to them. So yeah, I remember that. Honestly, Japan would be great to see those life-size Gundams. Oh yeah, yeah. Just got Vintage Hunter. That game is sweet. Have you played? I have not played Vintage Hunter. I need to play that. Don't give chat any time frames. Oh no. Oh, you told her. For game shopping, you can check Surugaya in inventory in Tokyo on the website per specific store to prep for what you're hunting for. Honestly, don't know what I'm hunting for. To be actually, no, I do know. A Neo. Do I need? What do I need? Yeah, I need a Hori Neo 2. That's really the major thing that I'm looking for in the box. That's the only thing I'm really looking for is one of those. Get your wallet ready for your trip. Yeah, I don't plan on spending anything crazy. I don't even know why I'm lying. I can't even lie about that. I can't even sit here and tell y'all with a straight face. I'm like, I'm not going to spend that much money. I know Steve is in here. He's like, he lying. He's going to buy a whole bunch of stuff. My sister even told me, she's like, I'm going to give you $1,000. Okay. I'm going to give you 300 of that. The other portion of that, I need you to go buy me this, this, and this. I'm like, what? Bring Bonk to Neo Geo. Hey, that'd be kind of dope, Mike. That'd be kind of dope. What's up, Ness? Hey, Galewind. Do you play modern games too? Super excited for the new Star Wars Zero company in 2 days. Yeah, I do play. What have I been playing? I was playing Pragmata, but you know, I have a hard time turning on my PlayStation these days. I'll just be completely honest. I played the Gears beta for 2.5 seconds when that was up, and I saw they dropped the campaign trailer, which, oh my god, looks amazing. That looked really good. I'm excited for that. Phantom Blade Zero, I would like to play that, but in terms of what I'm playing right now, honestly, it's surprisingly enough, I've been playing retro stuff. I haven't played anything modern, and normally I like to play with my friends, but they've been busy, so we haven't been gaming. So I've just been playing one-player stuff. Are you meeting up with Mr. Rightway for the second leg of the trip? I'll be bouncing home, so I'm pretty sure Dion, he's going to be staying a little bit longer than I am. I'm gonna be bouncing, so I got to get back home and get back to work. I feel you. I love fighting games and arcade games. My family and friends hate them. It be like that. It does. It's like that sometimes. Did you sell all your game collection or only have Neo Geo? No. So like, of course, I know for a lot of folks, they don't care about the graded stuff, so I won't even go into that. My Neo Geo stuff, of course, and then off camera, I've got another shelf that has handful of PS1 games, PS2 games, 360, Xbox One, some Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, and NES, but it's very small. It's not like, if you go back and watch my game room tour video from 2 years ago, it is not this. It is shrunk down. Now, I will say, I have, for some goofy reason, I went on a little mini game hunt on Sunday, and I picked up one Xbox 360 game and one Xbox One game. I had store credit, so I didn't pay anything, but I'm like, oh man, please don't go down this route again. I do, and then I also found an Xbox 360 Slim at Goodwill for like $35, so I bought that, and I actually got around to testing it this morning, and it worked. So I'm like, oh, did I just start something again? Hopefully not, but we'll see. I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying not to go down that route again, because then I start buying games again, and then I got to rearrange my game room. It's supposed to be a Neo Geo room. I'm trying to turn this into a Neo Geo room. I can't be great. Can't be great if I start buying all these other consoles. I hope at some point we will get Puzzle Bobble as well as Sengoku 3. I have memories playing them at the laundromat. Man, Sengoku 3. Oh my gosh, I love that game. And Puzzle Bobble for sure. We do need a good puzzler, a good puzzle game. Yeah, we need one of those. We need a couple of those. What's your family's reaction to the price tag of some of your Neo Geo purchase? They've gotten used to it now. Especially my extended family that watches the channel. They were like, he paid what? Good Lord. Yeah. So yeah, at first it was like my wife at first, I wasn't really telling her. She was just like, she was putting two and two together. She never said anything. And we just had like, and then one day it was like one weekend we were sitting down. This was at our old house. And she sits down. She's like, hey, can we talk for a second? And I'm like, oh boy. All snaps. What? I know I'm in trouble. When we start the conversation like that, I don't know what that's gonna mean. And she's like, so when you gonna get me something? And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, just what I said. When you gonna get me something? I was like, sure thing. I was like, let's go. She's like, where are we going? We're going to the store. Let's go. I was like, that's all you had to say? I was like, hey. She's like, hey, I've been really patient. I've let you do your thing. I was like, no problem. Let's go. So she got a purse that day. She was happy. Gotta take care of the spouses. Gotta make sure that they're loved as well. Doc, yeah, man, you gotta hold on to those family memories. I lost a lot of personal family items in a flood years back. Oh man, I hate hearing that. You don't know what you've lost until something like that happens so good on you. Man, I hate hearing that you lost some family mementos, etc. Like it's kind of like that. I don't know if you guys saw the news report of that guy that his house got broken into and those folks stole his entire NES collection. I saw one of the reports this morning on that, and they interviewed him. That dude was just like, he's about to go into tears. I was like, man, I hate seeing that. I hate thieves. I despise thieves. I had a motorcycle stolen when I was like in my 20s. Man, I despise thieves. Despise them. So it's not good. What is the name of the Soul Food Cafe? Steve, what's the name of the Soul Food Cafe? I don't know it. I know you know it. Is it true that Genesis composite cables work on the AES? The CRT I got is mono only, so I thought that folks were talking about this last week, Dave. They were talking about the because the stereo and the audio's changed on the AES Plus, that the Genesis composite cables will work on the AES Plus. If I'm wrong, chat, please correct me if I misspoke. Dan, not to mention all the gold One Piece anime stuff. Gold One Piece? Dang, I'm gonna have to check that out. Ness gonna come back broke. No, I can't do that. Can't do it. Yeah, you got to get a lot of stuff. You say I'm gonna get. He says I'm gonna get a lot of stuff. Okay. If you find me a Neo 2 in box for like $40, I'll make you a free custom controller as long as you supply the controller. Mr. Rightway, he told us you were funding the trip because you needed a cameraman. What? I'm about to super chat you $500. Bring me back a Neo Geo OG. Appreciate it. Y'all don't need an OG. About to get one in November. Do you think it's worth picking up the original A? But then we get a comment right after this. Do you think it's worth picking up an original AES even though the AES Plus is coming? Tech Buzz, who was in here earlier, I know he's probably done cutting the grass now. Him and I have had this conversation many times about the AES, and I've had a couple of conversations with some other folks too that have DM'd me and said, hey man, I'm ordering a AES Plus, but I found a smoking deal on an AES. Should I get it? I'm like, what? Well, what does your heart tell you? You know, what does your impulses tell you? Like, I want to get it. Okay, but why? Why do you want it? You're about to get a refreshed, updated console. What is your purpose for having the traditional? I want to be part of the history. I want to have the history. I want to play on the original console. I want to play the original games on the original console and be able to play the new games on the original console, and I'll still play my AES Plus. Okay, cool. Then do it. I am not going to knock anybody for buying one. Just make sure you get a good deal on it. Make sure it's working. And if you can, and if you have a resource local to you, if your console doesn't have a UniBIOS, or if it's not already an English version of the console and it's Japanese AES, look for a resource local to you that can install a UniBIOS chip. It's going to make life a lot easier for you, more universal for your game selections. So that's what I'll say. But original AESs are great. I won't be mad if you guys come back with a one-piece PS3 to sell me. It won't be me. I'm not buying any PS3 stuff. That ain't for me. I was not big on the PS3, so that's all Steve. He got it. I know he's talking about the PS3 lately, so yeah. Now PS2, some PS2 stuff. Yeah, I could be persuaded to purchase 1 or 2 games. Yeah, there's actually a couple of titles I wouldn't mind. There's actually a couple titles on the OG Xbox from Japan I wouldn't mind grabbing if they're decently priced. We'll see. That's messed up. I also found Xbox One Slim at Goodwill. Mine was 15. Dang, was it working? Mine was a 4 gig hard drive. Yeah, it was a 4 gig. I was hoping it was going to be the 250, but that has to be like the glossy black one. I only had like the matte black one, but hey, it still worked. I cleaned it up. It wasn't too bad either. It was in really good shape. Looked like it was a kid's, not, reformatted the whole console. So she's fresh and ready to go. The capsule vending machines are no longer the meta used. Oh, no. We can't do that. Y'all trying to have Mrs. Ness come up in here and chop me in the throat. No, we can't do that. We can't play those games. Will the AES Plus be confirmed? I mean, they talking about it. We'll have to wait and see. I'm just going to, do my thing in Japan. When are you gonna get me something? Well, it's funny you mentioned that. I just got you a copy of Term. Yeah. A real one? Like the first print? Like, yo, let me get that. I got in trouble with my wife over video games and board games, though I had to come correct. Me and my wife used to have a lot of arguments back in the day over video games. Like a lot of arguments. And that was like our early days. She didn't understand. She couldn't understand why I was, into games like that. But now she's like, I completely understand. Because she knows, like, when I'm not gaming and I don't have a way to relieve my stress, she's like, oh, you're just unbearable. I can't deal with you. I'm like, okay, cool. But now she knows, like, this right here, all this just keeps me just level. Like, everybody has their vices, like some people like to go out, some people like to drink, some people like to do this, some people like to go hiking, biking, camping, go into a roller skating rink, go bowling, go golfing, a whole bunch of stuff. Like, and some of that stuff I like to do too, but this is like, when I come in here, complete decompress, which is why I moved the live stream from my office to here. Because when I'm in my office, even though it's decked out and all that and it looks good, I still carry a lot of stress because I'm there 95% of the day working. So I'm like, okay, I gotta remove myself from that. So yeah, sorry, I kind of went on a tangent after just seeing that. My bad. The NES robbery, as soon as I saw the video, I instantly thought it's 100% someone who knows them and has to be in the house. Yeah, I mean, exactly where it's at. I mean, like, and I get it. Folks have certain layouts for their homes. Like, ain't no way I'm gonna have it that close to the door. Ain't no way. I mean, but we're not expecting somebody to just bust open and take our stuff. But yeah, I always think about that stuff. I'm always like, I don't want to say I'm a doomsday guy, but I always think of the worst case scenarios just so I'm not surprised. So and my wife, she's, she might as well be working for the CIA. The way she's, like, hey, I don't want this door. Like when we were building this house, like they were like, oh, we're going to put a door attached to the garage. She's like, absolutely not. That's an entry point to get into my home. I don't want that. Remove that. Or, the way this fence line is fitted. No, someone can come in the back and do this. Like, no, we need cameras here, here, and here. Like, she's like, she was gonna, before she met me, she was She was gonna go work for the U.S. Marshals, so she's that type of chick. No nonsense, bro. No nonsense. What up, Hog? What's going on? Soul Food House. It's on the 3rd floor. That is the name of the soul food place in Japan. Soul Food House. Should we make bets on how many things Ness will buy? Oh, Roxy, come on now. Why you gotta do me like that? Why you gotta do me like that? Okay, you know what? No, I'm not about to do that. I'm not gonna play no games with that. Could you see Neo Geo games not made during the Neo Geo lifetime making appearance on AES Plus? Example, King of Fighter. Ooh, I mean, I don't know. 11? I guess we could see that. I mean, there might need to be some modifications made, but I could see it happening. I mean, I could see some games happening. I would love to see some games happening. I'm hoping we do. It's just, we just got to wait and see. I know the waiting it's getting tough now that we're getting so close. I'm like, oh my God, come on. I'm so ready for this. I'm so ready. It's terrible at the robbery of that dude's NES games. You can tell you can see the pain in his eyes and his voice when he was talking to the news channel. It was rough. As of last week, a Neo 2 stick is like $70-$80 in the box. Central Tokyo location pricing, just FY. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. I am definitely going to go check that out. It is going down. I just got to make sure I have enough space in my suitcase. I might have to give me another one. I might have to bring 2. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Should we make bets on how many items Ness will buy in Japan? Do you think 1 to 5 items or 10 plus? Dang, y'all think I'm out here just dropping all kind of stuff? I caved. I got a 90s Neo Geo AES with Unibios 4 and 2 sticks and a Furtec Fusion converter. What up, Ness? What's up, Twitsy? Twids T? Yeah, let me just call you Twiz. My bad. I'm sorry about names, y'all. Dang, that's a nice little setup. Any games? Or you got the MVS joints since you got the converter? The converter's nice. I like the converter. I was really enjoying that. September, MC. September. I got a Xbox One OG at Goodwill for $15. Dang, man. But I had to get a charger for that. It was like $20. Dang, $20? Chargers is more expensive than the console. Oh man, y'all making guesses in the chat, man. Guessing 7. The good thing is that Xbox is indeed working. Well, that's good. That's good to hear. I'm happy my wife never had a problem with me playing video games. Yeah, I mean, I've heard some crazy horror stories out there for spouses, women and men. Like I know some women that love to play games, their husbands aren't into it, and they would get mad. And I had some friends like that too. Yes, the Xbox is working, and they also had the first model Xbox One. I left that for somebody else. I'm not greedy. I always leave something for somebody. That's good. That's always nice. That's good. Doc, everybody got their thing. Gotta respect it, and good that your wife gets it. I'm sure she got her thing too, just not Neo Geo. Oh no, she's. Surprisingly enough, she likes like sporting events. Like she likes going to college football games. She's always going, and her friends are all like big on sports. Surprisingly enough, like I like sports too. I just don't like it like that. She's not big on professional. She's like big on college. So she'll go to like a college football game for, her college, and then they'll go and do like the Final Four stuff because her friends, and then she just likes like the vacation trip stuff, like doing like, girls vacation stuff with her homegirls and stuff like that. So that's her thing. That's her jam. When the apocalypse coming, we got to find you because we need your wife to plan out her survival strategy. 90% of the time there's someone at my house coming in unannounced. Only thing they're going to meet is their maker. Facts. Video games are the reason why I make art, but not to get dark. But I don't do art anymore after all. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I know it's like sometimes you have somebody special that kind of drives that feeling and drives that that passion, and it's kind of difficult to kind of carry on. I'm sure they would, your grandmother would, you know, I'm not going to go down the psychology thing, but um, sorry for your loss. And of course, I know it's probably hard to do that. It was difficult when I lost my dad to do anything. So I definitely understand what it means to lose someone very special to you. Do they sell Ness? I don't think anybody sells Ness anywhere. Get yourself some of those hard to find kung fu movies or old DVD or animes on DVD, physical forever. Man, there's a speaking of which, I heard that, I don't know, like if y'all are heard of the Guyver, the anime, and they did those two movies. The one with Mark Hamill, the first one was horrible, but Dark Hero, the one with David Hayter, the dude that voiced Solid Snake, that second one, Dark Hero, amazing. But they're doing a new Blu-ray edition with like deleted scenes and updated what is it, CGI and stuff in the movie. It's supposed to drop on Blu-ray in September. I'm definitely picking that up. Gotta add some of those classics to the collection. And there's a couple of new martial arts films that are supposed to come out like either the end of this month or next month that I gotta get on my list too. I gotta stay up on my kung fu movies, y'all. Y'all know how I get. Don't bring two, buy one there, easier for the trip. Okay. Plus you can find a good cheap. Okay, yeah, I can dig that. Appreciate that, UFO. That's what we do. Land in Tokyo with a carry-on, buy a cheap $40 huge trunk to check bag and home. You'll see. Oh, everyone does. Okay, cool. Appreciate you on that. My guy, Henny Ness. How's the bottle shaking? It's good. It's good. Yeah, Ness. I got Sam Spirits Japan and Sam Show 2 as those whole childhood memories for me, dude. Hey, that's great. Nice. Those are good classics right there, man. I remember when I played Samurai Showdown for the first time. It was on Sega Genesis. First time. I remember it too. It was cold. It was wintertime. We went to Blockbuster and I brought that home. Man, I must have played that game for like 4 hours straight. I didn't even leave my room. I just sat there on the floor just playing that game. I was so into it. I was like, man, this game is so cool. Now I can't even play the game really good. Y'all saw I was trash at the game. It is what it is. I started something bad, didn't I? No, it's all good. It's all good. Granted, if I was going to, depending on the price and my luggage, I'll be going to town buying games. If it's a good price, do I need it in the right opportunity? Yeah, that's kind of the way I'm looking at it. Is I'm not the same type of gaming consumer as I was 5 years ago, right? And it's like when you walk into a store and you see everything, you're like, oh, I need this. I am not that person anymore. I am not. Like I have a lot more restraint now when it comes to buying games, even Neo Geo games. Even if the Neo Geo game is priced exactly where I know it needs to be at, and it's a smoking deal, I'll still pass. I've missed 4 opportunities in the last 4 months for games that I have been looking for the last 6 years. And they popped up real quick. I saw them and I'm like, nope, it's not the time. So I completely understand. Yeah, man, I'm going in September. Yep. Hope you will not go in tourist traps. The game prices. Yeah, I've heard a lot about that. That seems to be the case. A lot of that. Guyver is so dope. I know, man. That's my movie. I wish they would bring back the anime. I wish we would get like a new revised anime. I would love to see it. And I would love to see I would have loved to see a sequel, a third movie to Dark Hero, because Dark Hero was amazing. That was probably one of the best anime adaptions to live action adaptions from an anime that I to date. Like for every anime that Netflix wants to put out, like Guyver Dark Hero was done exactly right because they had the creative talent from the anime involved in the movie, and it showed. Even though Guyver wasn't big, super big here in the States, and anime at the time, was slowly making its way. Like if, let's say for instance, if Guyver had dropped 10 years later and then the movies had dropped right after that, it would be much bigger in the States. Now there's still a big cult following, but I'm saying in terms of like having it blow up like some of the other animes do now, I think it would have been crazy. I think that movie would have been, I mean, the movie's great, don't get me wrong. There are 3 versions of the Guyver. Yeah, 3 versions of the Guyver anime. Yeah. You have to go to Japan. The Japanese bartender that makes all, man, it's hard getting up in there. Like it's like you gotta reserve time and all that stuff. I got a mixologist here at the crib. I'm not too worried about all that fancy stuff. When are we gonna see a working pro? I don't know. I'm wanting to see one too. I don't know. Have you ever flown to another country just to buy a game? Oh no, I haven't. No. Mm-mm. I don't do a lot of traveling, surprisingly enough. You'd be surprised. I actually am not huge on traveling. I mainly travel just because of my wife, because she likes to travel. But like, I don't like traveling for work if I don't have to. Like, I was supposed to go to Vegas for work, and then they were like last minute, like, hey, we don't need you in Vegas. I'm like, all right, cool. Even though I like to gamble, which I don't need to gamble, so I was like, cool, good with that. But not for a game, no. So this will this be the first trip potentially? Possibly. And Ness, when I go to Japan, I get a day pass for the train, go shopping, take everything to the airport to stow it in a 5-day locker, then return with free hands to comfortably move around. Oh, that's okay. That's a good idea. Man, y'all got all the inside scoops on all that stuff. Man, I remember eating pizza for lunch between classes freshman year on an MVS system in the pizza parlor on campus back in the day. Those are memories we're after. That's what it's all about. Man, that sounds so cool. That sounds so cool. Playing some Sam Show 2. You know what? Probably after this live stream, y'all, because I was like fiending to play on the Neo Geo after like doing some other stuff. I know I need to get this. I need to get the Polestar video done. So I was going to drop the Polestar video tomorrow, but I'm probably going to drop it on Thursday if y'all are okay with that, because the guy needs a break. And I kind of want to play Shock Troopers. I kind of want to play Shock Troopers tonight. Because I was like, man, I'm really enjoying this. And I'm like, I really want to play it again. So I might play some Shock Troopers tonight after the after this live stream. I don't do collector's editions anymore. Way too expensive, and they take up too much space. And plus, they're not even really giving us much in these collector's editions. And like some of the really, really dope collector's editions, they're not even delivering those to the States. Like the Phantom Blade Zero collector's edition, dope looking, but exclusive to China. Won't get it in the States. Now, I'd love to have that. You bringing back those early 90s Sci-Fi Channel anime weeks? Oh, yeah. Every Sunday, Guyver and Demon City Shinjuku. And my favorite, oh, my God, Tank Police. Oh, my God. Yeah, you bringing it back, too, now. Now I'm starting to have the flashbacks myself. Actually, you got to try Japanese McDonald's. Yeah, Steve's told me about that a couple of times. He's told me about that a couple of times. I might have to partake. Ombak, Sister Street Fighter, Journey to the West are my favorite kung fu movies. Dan, okay. I remember when Ombak first came out. Man. Oh my God. Tony Jaa. That dude was crazy with the Muay Thai. Crazy. I would probably say my top 3 would probably be Dragons Forever with Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, and Yuen Bio, and which one? 36 Chambers of Shaolin with Gordon Liu. And then, oh my God, what was the other one? I have so many martial arts films. And I know somebody's going to be like, why not bring in Enter the Dragon? Because I love Enter the Dragon. Enter the Dragon is in another, like Bruce Lee films are just in another realm. They're in another genre, right? So they're always going to be at the top of the list. But if I had to go into like a variety, Heroes of the East is an amazing film. Like I love the Shaw Brothers films. Heroes of the East is amazing. Now, if I had to, like, those are a lot of the, the Hong Kong action. If I had to go, more on, the Japanese side, like Shogun's Ninja with Sonny Chiba. And then, of course, Street Fighter. And then, what is it? Zatoichi. Love those movies. And if any of you have seen Versus, when that came out like in the mid to late 2000s, that movie's a trip. Crazy out of Japan. That was a crazy film. I think me and my cousin watched that like crazy one summer. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a tangent. How many times have you been? I've never been. First time. Never been. The only time I've been out of the country is to go to Dominican. I've been in Dominican Republic twice. That's the only time I've been out of the country. Can you tell I'm not very well diverse in the world? I talk to many people around the world, but I've never been there. That's crazy. Samurai Showdown on Panasonic 3DO was awesome, especially because the Neo Geo was rare and over $1,000. Even in '93, in my electronics boutique had a 3DO, and it was $400. Floating Dreams. Wow, goodness gracious, that's expensive even back then. Dave, what are your favorite anime and manga? So I top animes, and Dragon Ball is going to be there. Dragon Ball Z is just going to be at the top always. Yu Yu Hakusho is my next. I love Yu Yu Hakusho. I watch Yu Yu Hakusho, the entire series, once a year. It gets watched once a year. Solo Leveling got added into my top 5 for sure. I've been watching Bleach here recently, the 1,000-Year Blood War. So, man, last week's episode, woo, man, that wasn't even in the manga. I'm not gonna ruin it for anybody. No spoilers. Sorry, I won't say anything else. But if you haven't been watching Bleach, get back on it. It's amazing. It's good. There was a 5th one that I'm drawing a blank for right now that I was watching there for a while. I'd probably say those would be my top 4 right now that I can think off the top of my head. Like I've watched a couple others, like Kaiju number 8 was pretty decent. I was watching Dan there for a while, and I lost interest in that real quick. The Ronin Warriors sequel, I caught like the first 3 episodes, and I was like, I'm bored. It doesn't hold the candle to the original. Yeah, kind of name a few. I'll come back to that if I have seen anything else. Guyver was amazing. Well, you guys seen it too? Oh yeah. Here are some games that are going to hold me over till Neo Geo comes out. Onimusha. Yeah, Onimusha is definitely probably going to get in the playlist. Way of the Sword and Gears. Gears is going to be crazy. I'm going to be on Gears for sure. Disneyland and no, I'm glad I got my Pokemon fix out. Like I'm done with Pokemon. I did the whole like I gotta get a master set, and like I went through that, and I'm like, man, this is like some crackhead stuff. These folks is crazy out here in the heat. It's 105 degrees out here, and they under tents, no shade, in front of a Best Buy, waiting for a drop on a Friday morning, just to get in there and like we don't have any Pokemon cards. You waited 5 hours in line to be told no? What? No, I'm not doing it. Disneyland, I've been to Disney World, not saying, but I heard Disneyland in Japan is crazy. It's like really, really good, but I'm not gonna have the time to do that. And plus, if I do something like that, my wife and my daughter are going to be extremely PO'd, so I'll have to wait. I'm looking at Stranger Than Heaven Collector's Edition, literally just for the vinyl record. Man, the vinyl records in some of these editions are kind of great now. They're really good. Yeah, drop the video Thursday. I work remote the next day, so Thursday is like my Friday. Give you some dedicated time to watch it, Wayne. All right, I can dig that. I appreciate that. Do you think you would ever eventually try to interview people who are newly developing Neo Geo games, if possible? Yeah, if they wanted to come on the live and talk and all that, you will be surprised. Like, I know I'm a dedicated channel for Neo Geo. I don't get a lot of people that reach out. I really don't. You would be surprised. A lot of people would think that people are knocking down the door to talk to me. That is not the case. Like, I do get a couple of, folks that want to interview for podcasts and stuff, which I'm more than happy to do. But yeah, like a lot of the third-party studios and things like that make the games, that I think one or two have reached out before, but timing wise, it just didn't make sense for me because, I think the last time I was in the middle of a move. I didn't have any of my gear, so it just didn't make sense. And then, now that I'm like solidified, I'm good. But that doesn't mean anything. That's nothing wrong with that. But if somebody want to come up and talk and come on the channel and discuss it, I'd be more than happy to do it. You will find that I am a very different type of YouTuber. I don't knock on doors. I don't go to companies. I don't ask for sponsorships or anything like that. I don't do any of that. Like, if my work is good enough to take notice for someone to say, Ness, we want to work with you, then I've done my job. But until then, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing in my little space over here. And if people like it and they jam with it, cool. If they don't like it, all good. No problem there. That's just the way I look at it. That's the way I do business. So I don't go where I'm not wanted. And if I'm wanted, then I'm more than happy to welcome you with open arms. And I would hope the same likewise. So, I don't want to force any kind of relationship between anybody. That's my jam. This is why y'all are here, right? Because this is an opening relationship where you and I are having this conversation, and y'all come back every Tuesday for the last, month and a half that I've been doing this. You come back and you come and chill with me, and we talk about movies. We talk about Neo Geo. We talk about speculation. We talk about all that stuff because this is a vibe. Like, I've grown to love doing this. Like, the first time I did, I was like, yeah, maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it again. But I actually look forward. I don't know if there's ever been a time where I was looking forward to just a Tuesday. If that makes any sense. I look forward to talking to all of you. I love seeing new people come in. I love you all coming in and just wanting to talk and chat, because any other time, you see a video, you drop a comment, and I may reply, and I try to reply to every single comment. I really do. Sometimes I do, sometimes I can't, but this is my time to where I can try to at least get to everyone in the chat. And that's what I try to do. So, and I know I'm probably behind like 1,000 comments. So let me get back to it. Wicked City needs a sequel. Oh yeah. Yeah. The first Guyver movie was good, but the second one was, what? You didn't like the second Guyver film? You think the first one was better? Whoa. Or maybe let me know if I'm reading that wrong. You like the first one with Mark Hamill better? With what? Wow. Okay, but hey, to each their own. Tony Jaw's legend. That scene where he jumps through a moving hoop. Oh my God, that scene was amazing. Ryan, Ip Man. When Donnie Yen came on the scene with Ip Man, and see y'all going in. I see it. Ip Man, when that dropped, and he's like, give me 10 of them. And then the dude's like, Junie? And he's like, oh man. He's like, no, don't do it. He comes in there, and dude just rocks all 10 of those black belts. Oh my god, it was so insane. And when he did that thunder punch, I was like, oh my god, this is insane. That was so good. Oh, I go back and watch that film at least. I probably see it once a year. Once a year. Gotta have a shout out for Kung Fu. Oh yeah, Kung Fu Hustles. Yeah, Kung Fu Hustle is a classic. Five Deadly Venoms. Oh my god, I have that on DVD. Wu-Tang Forever. Love the Five Deadly Venoms. Executioners from Shaolin. I have that on DVD. Yo, you know what? We may need to do a Kung Fu movie night. We may need to do that one time. I know everybody's not into martial arts films, but for my martial arts buffs in here, we may need to do that one night where we go down the list of action films. We might have to do that. Shogun Assassin. Oh my gosh, I have that one too. Amazing. So you like martial arts films? Pick up Riki. Oh yeah. Kung Pao. Every time someone always brings up Kung Pao. Solo Leveling is goated. I read the entire manga. I read the entire thing. After I saw the first season, I binge read the entire series after the first season dropped. And then when season 2 dropped, oh my god, it was amazing. So, since you're going to Japan now, you could probably learn enough to perfect your leg sweep. Yeah, I probably could. Well, if I was going to Okinawa, because that's where my my second martial art that I learned, Goju-ryu, that's where that originated. And my old sensei, the grandmaster was from Okinawa, but I'm not going there. So, and I have not practiced in many years, so your guy is very rusty and would not do any service to any dojo right now. Can't forget about Ninja Scroll. Floating Dream says, oh yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, my daughter loves Jujutsu Kaisen. She loves it, man. She loves it. Henny Ness introduces the Japanese to some Henny and a drop of lime and tell them it's the Wesley Snipes. The Wesley Snipes. I like that. I might do that for a future just podcast episode where I'm on with the team, with the squad. I might do that drink. My favorites, One Piece. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, man, you got whole bangers in there. Neon's in here. Bebop, Hunter x Hunter, Naruto, Berserk. Oh yeah, those are all the classics right there. Nah, Pokemon Tokyo Centers are fun and they have cards and vibes are better. You will enjoy it. Yeah. I might be able to bring something. Well, if I go, maybe I could bring something back for my nephew because he's just now recently getting into Pokemon, not the cards, but the actual show. He's watching the show and stuff. Ghost in the Shell, yeah. AES Plus Wave 3 list. Okay, let's go through this real quick. We got Legend of Success Joe. Wow. Okay, that's the first one to start. Fever Fight. Wow. Okay. Super Spy. I like that. Power Spikes 2. Wow. The only volleyball game, by the way, y'all. Power Spikes. Riding Hero. I know it's the only motorcycle game on the series on the console, but I'd rather them make a new Riding Hero but I digress. Ninja, man, y'all love y'all some Ninja Combat. Y'all will get y'all's fix in Games and Barbecue episode next week of Ninja Combat. A promise is a promise. Alpha Mission 2. Oh yeah. Pop and Pop. Quiz King of Fighters, which, if I'm not mistaken, that one needs to be translated. Supapa, that's a good one. Wow, SNK announces big. What? Come on. Don't be putting that bad juju out here knocking on wood. Don't do that. Berserk is one of my favorites. Also, try out Bubblegum Crisis. Good. Yeah, I've heard about that. Oscar, what's going on? What's up? How are you? Yes, sir. Best part of my Tuesday. Hey, I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've been playing Control Ultimate Edition till the AES Plus. Very nice. Would you recommend playing Neo Geo games prior to launch day? I mean, why not? I don't see. I mean, I got one, but if you're wanting to be surprised, and this goes for anybody in the chat, if you're wanting to be surprised about a particular game, then I would probably say hold off if you're wanting to be surprised. Other than that, play it if you got it. Or you can do a side-by-side comparison. Like if you played it now and then you play it on the console, does it feel different? Do you get a different experience? Because that's the question I have for many of you out there that have never owned or played a Neo Geo AES console. Do you feel a difference? Oh, wow, Guyver, my guy. What's up, Johnny? What's going on? Did you get that? Did you get that print? Did you find that print file? Doc, yeah, man, the live stream and all the people have been great. You really found something special here. I appreciate that, Doc. Thank you so much. 2 was pure cinema. Yeah. I met Gordon Liu at a film festival. I got starstruck and started babbling on how my favorite film was Dirty Ho. Oh yeah, I remember that film. Was my favorite. An organizer then gave me an original lobby poster to be. Oh, Dave, you lucky guy. Oh my God, that's crazy. Unfortunately, I placed the poster inside a book for safekeeping. Then proceeded to forget which book it was. My impossible search continued. Oh my goodness. Oh no. You heard everybody. Ness is not going to knock on doors. Well, let's go find every single company making games right now. So to this yeah, I appreciate that, Self. Appreciate that. Hopefully they'll give him a free Neo Geo game because he does not have enough yet. I am more than happy to purchase my Neo Geo games. I have no issue with that. I'm not looking for free games. But if I like to give an unbiased review of my games. If I don't like it, I don't like it. That's just my thing. Going to go there. The heroic trio, my dude. Yeah. Hero Jet Li. Yes, sir. Yes, Kung Fu movie night. I'm in. Okay. All right. We'll have to set something up. Kung Fu watching live streams sounds legit. Okay. Kid with the golden arm. Love that film. Drunken Master, top tier. Yep. Love that film as well. Have been thinking about getting a RetroTink 5X or 4K CE. Have you tried both? And is the 4K CE a big upgrade over the 5X Pro? What's the best video options for output for the original AES? Groove, I have a 5X. I've had my 5X for a couple years now. So there were some updates too. So there's a format that you can have it in a Neo Geo. Like if you noticed in my if you watched my last video, my MVS to AES converter video, I was playing on my modern TV and I was using the RetroTink to roll over and do all that. And I had it in the Neo Geo settings so that way it's like sized to the TV properly. But you can go up as high as 4K, and I've done those settings before, and it looks really crispy. It looks really good. And I know some people are really particular about scan lines and all this stuff, and I'm not a stickler for that kind of stuff. Like I know folks are like CRT is the way to go, and I'm like as long as I can play the game and it looks visually stunning to my eyes, I'm good. So the 5X has been amazing. It has always been amazing. I have heard a couple of my friends that have the 4K, they do see the feature updates and the quality and the options as better than the RetroTink 5X. So hopefully that answers your question. I know I'm not super technical on that stuff, so but you can't go wrong with the RetroTink. I'll just tell you that. It's make really good products. If you guys missed Kung Fu June on USA back in the day, man, what a time. Kung Fu Classics all summer in the 90s. Oh yeah, I remember that. Did you see Gomon? No, I didn't. Mr. Miyagi was from Okinawa. Yep. Kung Fury. Is great and bad at the same time. Not the Wesley Snipes. The Seven Brothers meet Dracula, by the way. Do you know how to say Hennessy in Japanese? I do not. My Japanese is absolutely horrible now. Have I seen Yojimbo? You know what? It's been so long, I don't remember the movie. I saw it once. And it's been a long time since I've seen it. I haven't seen it in a very long time. I don't own the copy of it either. SNK will never go bankrupt. The Saudis, I mean, they're deep. Their pockets is deep. Pockets ain't empty, cuz. For all my Fast and Furious reference, folks. Those 10 listed for Wave 3 are the 10 worst AES games. Hence the I got you. I dig it. Okay, I can dig it, UFO. Okay, I got you. Thinking about all the anime, AD Police Files was so underrated in my opinion. Okay, yeah, for sure. What would you consider the best shmup on Neo Geo in terms of fast pace and difficult but fun? One of my favorites is Geometry Wars 3 Dimensions. It gets the adrenaline flowing. Okay, so surprisingly enough, this is what I'm going to talk about in the Polestar video, because Polestar plays very differently. I think there's like a total of 13 shooters or shmups, right, on the Neo Geo platform, right? So you're talking about what was it, 146 titles. That includes AES, MVS, and then if you're talking about CD, there's like, I don't know, there's a couple of differences. There's a couple other titles. Polestar, and this might be my opinion, is probably the most difficult game, the most difficult shmup on the Neo Geo. This is just my opinion. Somebody else may say something otherwise. However, it is not as fast paced as some of the other games. So if we're talking about converting, or we're talking about comparing shmups and what's good over what and what's this over this, I'm probably going to say, and I've been biased for a long time, right? Because I like the isometric view of Viewpoint, but I also like Last Resort, regardless of the ending, which I'm not a fan of. But you know, there's bits and pieces of that. You got your Ghost Pilots, you got your, you know, your Sonic Wings and all that, which those games are all right, but Polestar visually is probably one of the best on the console, on the platform. Difficulty wise, it's probably the hardest, because if you're looking at it from a Polestar to Blazing Star, there is a significant difference. But I'll tell you that in the video later on this week, if that answers your question. Anime recognition from Gear series. It's most slept on anime, but everyone who watches it winds up loving. Okay, is that on Crunchyroll, Dave? You need to check out Wistoria Wand and Sword. Anime is fire. Okay, I'll check it out. For RetroTink, I'd say wait for the new one to come out and see how it is. Yeah, that's a good idea, UFO. That's a good idea. I forgot there was a new one coming out. Super Dimensional. Been listening here as I install FreakMod EX Groove links on 2 arcade sticks and also focus on JLF harnesses on my H-Tech Dreamcast sticks. Relaxing, listening, and mod at the same time. Hey, Super Dimensional, appreciate you listening in while you're getting that work done on those new arcade sticks. Very nice. Doc, USA and USA Up All Night. God, we're old. Oh my God. I was going to say USA Up All Night earlier, Doc, and you literally brought it up. I'm talking about Up All Night. Now, who remembers TNT Saturday Nitro? Who remembers that? Because there was some martial arts films that get popped up on there too. You ever try Truxton Extreme Demo yet? What are your thoughts if so? Dan, I know I said I was going to get on that. I know I was going to say it. Like one of my buddies, he just picked it up, the collector's edition. I have not played it yet, but it is on my list to do. It is on my list to do. I need to play it. I think Last Resort is harder than Pulsar. Really? Well, you know what? I think the reason why, and this is just my opinion, The reason why I was able to get through Last Resort, well, I got through it the first run. The thing that makes Last Resort harder is the fact that you've got to go through all those levels all over again after you beat the final boss. You got to do it a second time, which that's just, I don't understand. But, and I'm able to get through a stage, and that's what I'm comparing. I'm comparing my gameplay from Last Resort to Polestar. Like playing stage like 3 or 4 on Polestar, and if you're starting from scratch and you don't have any power-ups or speed or any additional weapons, you are getting waxed. The amount of bullets and enemies that flood the screen is absurd if you haven't previously loaded up in stage 1 and 2. So, you know, and I just went in just straight, like no weapons, straight in, dropped in stage 3 and 4 just to test it out. And I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? But I do understand there's like more of a memory to understanding where your ads are and everything. So yeah, I can get that logic though. I have a soft spot for Ghost Pilots because I remember playing it a lot in arcades. I even remember spending a lot of time on a family trip in the hotel game room while my parents had drinks at the pool. Okay. Let's see. Rhonda Shear for life. Oh, it's on Crunchyroll. Oh, cool. But here's a helpful guide since the seasons aren't numbered. Okay. Haha, I feel you. Let us know when you try it. Would like to hear. Best believe, Dan. I'll get to it. Am I caught up? I am caught up. That's amazing. I love it. Ness, what's good? What's good? What's going on, geek? So happy for the Neo Geo. Pre-order the anniversary edition and 4 games on Amazon. I'll get the other 5 over time. Just afraid they might sell out, LOL. Am I just panicking? You're just panicking. Well, what games did you purchase first? That will be the deciding factor. That's what we need to know. That is what we need to know. Is what games did you get first? Darth, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Oh, wow. Okay. So GX, AZX. All right. I guess I got some watching to do. What's up, Squirrel? My man Ness, can't wait to receive my consoles. Just slightly worried of the space that's going to be needed for the Ultimate Edition and my other retro consoles and vinyl records. I keep telling y'all, I'm telling you that these games, they take up a lot of real estate. I will say that. That's kind of one of the other reasons why I'm like, I don't want to dabble into other consoles right now, because like I'm kind of doing the wishful thinking thing, thinking that PlayOn starts dropping some games, because like I'm gonna have all my first prints, they're gonna be on their own shelves, and then this shelf here with all my graded stuff, that's gonna shift down, and then my PlayOn stuff will be all on this shelf here. So I'm gonna have just 3 shelves worth of Neo Geo. Then this shelf here will move down this way, and right here I've got my little Diablo statue here. That's gonna get moved down, and I don't know how I'm gonna consolidate this, because I don't have any more wall space for shelves. So I guess we'll figure it out. Let's see what Keek is talking about. Shock Troopers, Sham Show 5, Big Tournament Golf Guard. Man, you got the best games out the lot. There you go. You good. I wouldn't worry about it. Well, I mean, I'm sure somebody's gonna be like, well, I know King of Fighters 2002 is a really good game. It is a good game. Don't get me wrong. KOF 02 is really good. But I think you got some really good bangers in this list. I don't think you're going to have a problem with Overtop. You're definitely not going to have a problem there. 02, you should be all right. Trying to think. Polestar. We'll see. We'll see about that one. Not too sure. We'll have to find out. Seasons are short. Let's see. The seasons are short. They are quick watches. Okay, cool. You're going to come back with the Neo Geo Pocket Collection rebought. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, Simon. I'm not doing that. Is Washington still out of pre-orders? AES. Let's take a look. You know what? And I avoided that like the plague today because I was like, man, let's take a look. Neo Geo AES plus states. Yep, Washington State and DC are still restricted. We have not seen anything new from PlayOn. I've been looking. I have been watching all of their social media channels. They have not announced anything. Those are the last two. Last two. Wishful thinking is like they would have it done by the end of this month. That's wishful thinking. I would hope so. By the time you need another case for your games, your daughter will be off to college and you'll have her. No, I can't take a room like that. My wife won't let that happen. And like, I like everything in one place. I don't want to go to another room for other stuff. So if I have to move stuff out, like I would move. Well, no, I can't do that either because this shelf is here. I don't know. I can figure it out though. I don't know. So He-Man got pushed back once again, so it's coming to AES. Looks less and less to come back. Yep. Yep. I grabbed King of Fighters 2. Yep. Here you go, geek. Yeah, folks, I told you there's going to be some folks in here talking about King of Fighters. Grab that King of Fighters. Would love to see PlayOn release a backlit Neo Geo Pocket Plus. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool. Be kind of cool. The area where you live, do you say soda or do you say pop? Guilty Gear or Power Instinct? That's an interesting follow-up question, Self. All right. You know what? I kind of say both. Surprisingly enough, I'm like, hey, let me get a soda. I'm like, hey, you got any more pop? You know, I guess it just depends on the who I'm talking to, I guess. Because I've moved around a lot as a kid, so I was, North United States, South United States, Midwest. So, it's different in different areas. People are saying things differently. If I had to pick, it's going to be, I know Power Instinct is great and all, but I'd go with Guilty Gear. I like the animation style of Guilty Gear. So I have more memories with Guilty Gear just from playing with friends. So that's why I lean. Such a weird detail that the only states left are Washington and DC. Very odd. Very odd indeed, Doc. Very odd indeed. Polestar was initially low on my Wave 1 purchase list, but now that I have a CRT, I'm like, oh, that's going to look pretty dope on that. I will say this. When I was on my lunch break today and I was like recording gameplay footage, I hadn't played it in a while, and I was like, man, this looks really good. It looks really good. And I'm playing on my Steam Deck. So I'm not doing it any justice on my Steam Deck. Now I could have played it on my MVSX, but I didn't want to set up the camera and do all this angle stuff. I'm like, I can easily get the screen capture on my Steam Deck. And but I'm like, man, when I get this game from the Ultimate Bundle, it's going to look really good on the big screen. So I'm actually really interested to see it. Dr. Pepper and Matchroom Melee. From being a PlayStation fan when they were good and gave a you-know-what to being a Neo Geo fan big time. It's crazy how that works, right? It's crazy how that works. How we have this shift in the industry, and then these companies don't realize they know what they're doing. Like they know what they're doing at the end of the day. But I've always been someone that's like, I'm big on customer service. Like if you're a company or if you're just an individual that's providing a service to someone, I am always going to take care of whoever is taking care of me. I'm always going to promote, boast, all that stuff. Like, if it's a server, you're always going to get tipped really well with me if your service was amazing. If you're a company that takes care of me as a customer and you go the extra mile to make sure everything was done correctly and I was treated fairly and everything was done to my standards and what I would assume that the company should do, I am going to go out of my way to promote you. I'm going to boast that online. I'm going to do all those things. Like, I've had companies that I've, like, their stuff that I've promoted on my channel before, I didn't talk to those companies prior. I just did it on my own because I like the product. And I may have had, one or two companies reach out after the fact. And they're like, hey, we want to do this. And hey, we want to do that. And then, like behind the scenes, I'm like, hey, I ran into this small issue. I just wanted to flag this to you. And they're like, hey, we'll take care of that. Oh, I didn't ask for you to do that. No, we'll take care of it. All right, cool. But when you don't follow up on that and you don't do that, you made the step to say you were going to take care of your customer, but you didn't do it. Those are the things. Those are the lasting things for me that I'm like, if you're only as good as your word, right? And the same goes for me, right? Like, I always put my disclaimers out there like, hey, I never said I was a master at this, never said I was an expert at this. I said, like, I do this and do this. If I don't know, I am transparent with you to say, hey, I don't know. Someone else here knows. Drop a comment and let me know if I'm wrong. Because I'll take full accountability if I'm wrong in what I'm saying. But, as companies and organizations out there, like, if you're promoting a product and you say it does this, and then I'm like, hey, I'm just letting you know that this isn't working as intended or as advertised. I thought I would let you know that. No sweat on my part. But if you don't take the steps and you say, hey, I'm going to fix that for you, but you don't, I'm not going to come calling your 1-800 number and banging your customer service lines. I'll fix it on my own, but don't expect me to say anything after that. It's just the way I am. That's it. I am a no confrontation type of person. Like, you just won't hear from me. Just as simple as that. Dang, come on, play on. I need to pre-order. Oh, it may have to get Evercade if pre-orders never open. Yeah, I know. Hopefully Washington will open up. What are we doing? Washington, DC. What are we doing? What are y'all doing? Y'all sleep? Open it up so our people can pre-order, so we can stop talking about this. What's wrong with y'all? What are we doing? Fix it. PlayOn's trying to work with y'all. Get it together. Damn, if they listen. Group said, you're gonna love it, Ness. Check out Nakano Broadway. Question for the original AES: what would give the best video output for OLED TV, RetroTink 4K CE or 5X Pro? I'm not too sure on that one. I just have the. Actually, hold on. Let me grab it real quick. Be right back. 1 second. Let me get it. Let me grab it. So, I just have the standard. Come on. Come on. There we go. I just had the regular RetroTink 5X, right? So it's got the RGB and it's got the SCART. That's it. That's all it's got. So I have just the standard old one. So the CE and the 5X Pro, it's going to have more features than mine. For those in the chat that have more knowledge on the newer versions of the RetroTink, please drop those in for Groove to provide some recommendations. Pretty pleased with a cherry on top. Just say soda pop. Keep everyone guessing. Nah, call it carbonated sweet water like they do in North Korea. Wow. Soda Popinski. Y'all are crazy out here, bro. These companies are trying to maximize profits while forgetting that having a good product and treating customers right is the best way to make money. I still believe that. I'm sure they don't. I know it's like it's a dime a dozen for some companies because it's like it's a drop in the bucket, maybe even less than that. But all it takes is one. It takes one person to have a bad experience. You could throw that up on a TikTok, Instagram, a YouTube, and that goes viral. And then all of a sudden, the people that weren't talking, now they want to talk. And then they're like, I had the same issue, right? So it's a domino effect of things. You would think that the power of a voice is huge. And some people that talk, they probably just talking because they want to talk. But the people that actually, should be sharing their voices and opinions, a lot of times they don't. I'm one of those. I'm like, okay, a lot of times I'm like, I'm not gonna raise hell over it. I may just return the product. Done. Oh, why are we returning it? Didn't fit my needs. Oh, well, what can we do to keep you as a customer? Nothing right now. Simple as that. So oddly enough, I just saw Persona 6 will be on all platforms, but its physical version will only be on... Man, I hate hearing all that. I'm trying not to go down this Sony talk because it infuriates me. It's all in the presentation. Facts. Facts. I think this is going to be a botch. I think this is going to be a botch launch. Do you? You think it's going to be a botch launch? I know a lot of people right now are talking about that. They're talking about the launch and, staggered shipments and all this stuff. I mean, we don't know what's going on right now. We have no idea. But hopefully we hear something positive here in the next couple of weeks. Just took lead 14-7 in Super Bowl. Tecmo Super Bowl. Raiders versus 49ers. What's up, Bam? Nice. DC is always taxation with no representation. Yeah, facts. Lived there for 12 years. Wow. I have RetroTink 5X Pro. Works fantastic with the Neo Geo AES Dreamcast at Groove. There you go, Groove. There you have it. The Pro. DC should be a state. That's a matter completely outside of Neo Geo in retro games, though. Okay, so a couple of things. Just want to update the folks out there real quick on what's coming. So, I'll have Mission Neo Geo out on Thursday. That'll be at least the last video for this week. And then next week, we have Games and Barbecue episode, and that's probably not going to be like a weekly or bi-weekly thing. I may do those maybe once a month, but I'll let y'all figure it out. Like, if you like the video and you like the jam and how I vibe with it, then I'll keep doing it. If you're like, this wasn't for me, then I'll just scrap it, and that is what it is. You got your one episode back and we're done. But I'll do them once a month that way. And then we'll have, of course, Metal Slug next week for Mission Neo Geo, which will be our last Mission Neo Geo for all the games that are coming in the first wave bundle. So we would have officially completed all Mission Neo Geo games that have come in the bundle, and minus the ones that, some of those I've already done in the past. So we'll have that. So good to go there. And then for merch, I have the remaining samples coming Thursday. So what I'll probably do is I'll just showcase everything in one of the videos coming up, just to kind of I'm not going to do the whole hey, go. Like, no, I'm just going to show you all. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like, whatever. And then all that good stuff. And once we have that done, and if everything looks good, I'll put the store up, and then y'all can have at it from there. Damn, Ness. I hope the AS Plus is everything we hope for. Not trying to be that guy, but I hope they don't F this up. Gotta be positive. Just gotta be positive. I'm being positive. I'm being positive about it. I'm just happy we're getting something like this. I really am. Like I'm just chilling with it. That's all I can do. But yeah, I agree. I think we're I think we've been getting hit upside the head a lot this year, so I completely understand the vibes you're giving off. Like you just don't want to be disappointed again. I completely understand. I'm the same way. Darth, hey, who was that dork in the blue jacket? Tiberius, you and I are gonna have to jump him. Yeah, everyone's calling him Ness, but I didn't get his name. You'll probably get his name on the next video. Wink, 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 wink. We got some Ness merch coming. Hell yeah, that's right, Squirrel. We got it. So yeah. If you haven't looked at it, here's the first sample of for the good old price of $90. So we got that. It'll be botched in some way. Won't be perfect. Think we'll be good. Okay. Give away a t-shirt at 10K people. People will get you there quick. People love free shirts. I normally don't do contests because it's like it's a lot going on, but I mean, yeah, I could do a giveaway. I could do some merch giveaways for 10K. That's a huge milestone. That's a huge milestone. And to that point, I need to thank every last one of you. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you for all the new people that have joined, all the love that you've shown, all the going back and watching some of my older content. You can definitely see the change over the years, but I appreciate you going back and doing that. And, the positive vibes you all give off is amazing. That's what really helps me stay creative, when we have too much negativity in the world, and that all I'm trying to do is be positive. I'm not on here to argue with people. Everyone has their opinions, and I want you all to share your opinions. Like all of us here in the chat, you and we're never going to we're not going to be on the same page with everything as it relates to the Neo Geo and video games and the industry. And that's perfectly okay. We're just here to share our opinions and have a good, robust conversation about it, share our viewpoints and vibe together and build that friendship. So that's what this channel is about. That's the vibes that I want to give off. And hopefully I can bring a little bit of positivity in your lives for the 2.5 seconds that you allow it. That's the way I'm looking at it. Gotta go. Dan, appreciate you dropping in, my friend. Have a good one. Thank you so much. Get that merch out to fund. man, nothing will keep me down from smelling the Neo Geo case and cart. Hey, that's what I'm looking forward to right there. If I do pick up a game, I got to get the OG scent from the motherland, the Neo Geo scent. Oh my gosh, I bet it's intoxicating. So I heard that PlayOn is still accepting pre-orders for the bundle, but are actually back orders. So I don't see how the bundle being numbered means anything. Yeah, I haven't really seen anything on this number. I know people have been talking about this number thing, but I really haven't seen it. I haven't looked into it. I mean, I don't care if it's numbered or not. I just want the bundle. I just want the stuff. So I'm not too worried about, numbers. I know some people are, but as long as I get it, I'm cool. Saw a YouTuber do an AES Plus video, says he wants a Dreamcast Plus, but won't buy AES Plus games because he has a 161 cart. I told him if I'm Sega, all I see is him choosing pirated games instead of supporting. Woo! Dangerous grounds right there. Dangerous grounds. When I leave every video, right, collect and play the way you want to collect and play your games. Of course I mean that legally. But we all know what that is, right? Because there's always going to be a way that someone's going to be able to play a game, right? For Neo Geo, for the longest amount of years, the games have been unaffordable for 80% of the population. that or 80% of the gaming population. And that's just me throwing a random number out there. That's not a real stat. Um, and we've seen so many different variations of being able to play these games. Arcade sticks, minis, are emulated cabinets, emulated consoles. We've seen all this stuff, right? And now people have gotten so accustomed to being able to acquire the entire library in these all-in-one variations and being able to play those on original consoles or consoleized stuff or arcade cabinets or whatever, and it's just easy. Play on and SNK definitely see that. They've seen that, and I think it's not a matter of, hey, just because I got the console, I'm not buying the games. That doesn't mean they won't ever buy any games, because what's to say that we don't see new games pop out for the console, right? So, I mean, I would say never say never. But hey, maybe that person just, maybe they'll just pirate the game and then find the ROM somewhere, and then they'll throw it on their multi-cart and call it a day. I mean, is that the right way to do it? No, but they're going to do what they want to do. But again, it goes back to, are we going to support something that we really need right now? Because the industry is leaning towards taking all of it away. So you have an option where you have a company that is building something that's physical. It's yours. Do as you please with it. Or we go down the other avenue where, you get a license, but it's not really yours. It's like you get to drive it, but we keep it at my house, even though you pay for it, but it's at my house. You get to drive it when I tell you can drive it. And if the doors and the garage door doesn't come up, you can't pull it out to go on your weekend cruise, your cruise and hit the streets. You can't do that, right? So that might be a bad analogy, but it is what it is. Can't lie. This channel is top tier. Hadouken, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm trying to make it better every day. I'm trying. Love my Tuesdays, bro. Looking forward to this. Hey, I appreciate it, Hogue. Man, I'm tripping today. With my luck, I'd buy an original AES game, open it, and sniff, and it'd smell like Marlboro Man's ashtray. I actually had that happen. A Japanese copy of Last Blade 1 of all games. Smelled like pure cigar smoke. Even had the cigar smoke stains in the inside of the insert. Cart was funky. Smelled like pure cigar. It was rough. Unfortunate. Yeah, I honestly don't care about the numbers. You're right, though a lot of people do. Yeah, it is what it is. That fresh Japan Neo Bud. Gavin is right. Privacy is an access and customer service problem. I think Steam's success speaks volumes, but if his approach is the right one or not. Yeah. Honestly, I'd rather go broke buying OG games or buy them very slowly over years over ever emulating an entire collection. I might emulate an expensive game, but that's only until I eventually buy it. I have 2 of everything, hardware related, ordered. I'm all in on physical support. What's up, Simon? What it is, Ness? UK Massive right here. I have been wanting AES for the longest time, and now we get a chance to acquire it. Thank bloody bleep bleep. I have locked in the ultimate and anniversary edition. Well, congrats to you. Appreciate you dropping in. I am so happy for you, as many of us are very excited for this. Got 3 Dreamcast controllers I was going to restore. Smelled like they sat in a smoker house for 25 years. Got one done and had to just sell the lot for what I paid for them. Couldn't do it. Dang, I hate hearing that. It's amazing how folks some folks don't care. They just, they're just playing, and wherever they live, whatever they live. I try to take care of my stuff. Like even new stuff that I get in, new games, I clean everything. because I don't know where it's been. Unless it's new, I clean it all. Like I'm alcohol, Clorox wipes, everything. Like that console I picked up at Goodwill, man, that thing was outside. I was dusting that thing, blowing out the fans and everything. Then hit the Clorox wipes around the surface and everything real good. Now we're Gucci. And did a double check just to make sure there wasn't anything creepy crawly in there. Always got to make sure. You never know when you buy at these thrift stores, but it was really clean, so I was really happy about that. Hey, I'm fairly new, a couple of months. I know you as the Neo Geo dude. You seem down to earth and your passion grows. One love, Ness. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining in. I know it's a lot going on these days, but I appreciate you hanging with me for, a couple of minutes, hour, minutes, or video. Appreciate you so much. To be fair, I'd be so down for Dreamcast Plus or Turbo Duo Plus. Would you purchase Double Dragon 1 for the AES from Japan? I would. I was actually looking for a copy. Gotta bounce, Ness. Wifey is giving me that look. Hey, all good. I completely understand. I appreciate you dropping in. Have a good one. Just like that scene in Fight Club where he's drooling and bleeding all over the dude going, you don't know where I've been. The 2 controllers and Dreamcast I got for myself, I tore down and washed the shells in a soap bath and scrubbed them. Only thing I'd never used is a Switch. Never know how long it was on a oh no. Oh man, I didn't even think of it that way. That's crazy. I don't know the numbers, but I think we should be good. $1,000 retro console relaunch is pretty niche. This isn't Nintendo or Sony number of sales, by the way. Keep up the positive vibes, my man. Appreciate it, Squirrel. Thank you so much. Thank you. To be clear, I wasn't shaming him for his 161 cart, just telling him how Sega would perceive his lack of support despite him wanting a Dreamcast Plus and Dreamcast game. Yeah, it's a slippery slope there, because if you want somebody supporting you, or if you want someone else to be supporting, you want them to support everything, not a portion of it, right? But it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, Dreamcast would be dope though. I would like to see that. I have 2 Dreamcasts, and I mean, I don't need a Dreamcast, but I mean, there's still a big fan watch for that. So one thing I'm very curious, what type of paperwork is going to come with the console? Do like paperwork with my consoles. There needs to be some posters or something. I don't know. That'd be good to see. Some paperwork. It's true. Oh yeah, you're talking about this. Okay. All right. So we are at 2 hours, y'all, and I think we're gonna call it right now. We've been on for a good minute. So again, as an update, I will give updates on the merch next video coming up. Games and Barbecue next week, Metal Slug next week, and then we got Pulse Star on Thursday. So we got that coming, and of course we'll do another live next Tuesday. I appreciate every single last one of you for joining in, talking and chatting with me. We're going to keep this going. We're going to keep this rocking and rolling until November, when we get the real party started. It's going to be great. And when I hear some more news, Washington and DC areas, if I hear it soon, you'll get it. You'll get it. We'll make sure. We got to get our brothers and sisters in Washington and DC finally locked in for a pre-order, and then all we're doing is the countdown really begins. I do have a Twitter, by the way. So for those of you that don't know, you can find me on Instagram _Neo_Ness. Of course, on YouTube, as you see here. And you can find me at Neo _Ness Gamer on X. I don't post a lot. I just really repost. But I appreciate every last one of you. Thank you again. Collect and play the way you want to collect and play your games. And y'all have a great morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Until next time. Peace.